If every time you tried to be there to support your ex and they just kind of brushed it off like, hey, I'm fine, don't worry about it, and they never let you fully be there for them or support them, and eventually they broke up with you, watch this video. Hey, I'm Coach Benny, and I help people get their exes back. And before I did this, I was a dating coach for 5 years where I had to pay attention to how to attract other people and bring them in. And I used that experience to help you get your ex back. Now, when you have somebody that's very dismissive of their own feelings, right? You go to them and you're like, hey, I'm here for you. Let me help you. And they're like, hey, don't worry about it. I got this. Okay. That comes from somewhere. Where do you think they got that attitude from? You think they just generated it out of the blue? No. That came from their parents. Anytime that they were upset or sad about something, or they had feelings, or they wanted to talk something out, they went to their parents and they were systematically shut down. Their feelings were dismissed, and they began to internalize the fact that their feelings don't matter. And yeah, that can kind of be a blessing too, right? Because these kind of people are the people that are tough. They're the people that can help other people out. They're the people that can go run businesses or join the military. They're the go-getters in the world. And while they have this superpower of being able to, flip a switch and turn their emotions off and just get things done, anytime that you repress emotions, all you're doing is stuffing it down, and eventually it comes bubbling back up to the surface later, and you got to face reality. So your ex that wouldn't let you be there for them, they experienced neglect in childhood, and they don't really expect that outside individuals are going to be some big resource to them, because the people that brought them into the world weren't a resource to them. It's weird for them to have you be as involved as you are. And they might have even said that to you. They might have even said like, hey, like I've never experienced this kind of love before. I don't even know what love is per se. I've never had anybody treat me like this before. And when you're just first meeting the person, you're like, well, cool, that I'm the hero. I'm going to be the one that stands up for them, and I'm going to be the one, But what they're really telling you is that like, hey, this shit's alien to me. I'm not used to a relationship. And so over time, they're not going to communicate with you because they never had that forum in their family. They never had that venue in their family. And problems are going to amass. And they also don't communicate or set boundaries with people outside of the relationship. So they start spreading themselves thin. Okay. And so all this overwhelm crops up. And eventually, when some stressful life event happens, they will get rid of their relationship to free up the stress that's coming from the way that they're living their life. A lot of times these individuals feel broken. They feel like they're not good enough, and they tell you they can't give you what you need, or that you'd be better off with somebody else because they were emotionally neglected in their childhood. Now, you can definitely get somebody like this back. You can re-attract them, but it's kind of a tricky process. And if you want my help with this, click into my profile, click this link right here, and set up a call with me. I want to hear your story, and I'll give you a step-by-step game plan to get your ex back.